I can hear it. But if you drop anything, it's never coming back. It's a black hole. There were 4 tunnels found to this date, and South Korea believe there are many more still to be found. Good morning guys, and welcome back to another brand new video. I'll be staying in South Korea for 10 days, splitting my journey between 3 cities. Seoul, the biggest city and the capital of course, Busan and Jeju Island. It's gonna be an interesting island because it's got some weird rules, but we'll talk about it when we get there. So I'm staying in this area, it's called Meongdong. It's quite popular, and when I did my research, a lot of people recommended come down here. I mean, it's trendy. Is it a good choice or not? I think I can tell you that in a few days when I leave. So far I do like the vibe here, it's nice. It's got that what's the word for it? You know, the people who work like anywhere, the digital nomads. Yes, that's the word. So it's got that digital nomad vibe. I see a lot of foreigners here. The things that are set up in a way that you say, okay, cool, that's very accommodating to tourists. And that's the Seoul sign. Backwards, I'll get to the other side. So before I forget, you see that guy in the military uniform? So in South Korea, national service is mandatory. I think for boys, anyone above 18, they must serve for 2 years. So I've been using this Korea tour card. It's like a transport card. You can buy it from 7-Eleven and I think a couple of other convenience stores, like a credit card, but not everywhere. So I think so far the Hong Kong's been the best, that octopus card. That was next level. That in the middle is the Seoul Tower. I do have plans to go there. I mean, it's not the best day in terms of clarity, so it's a bit, I don't know, steamy or a bit of moisture in the air. So I hope it clears up soon, because not tomorrow but the day after I have booked a tour for the DMZ, the border between North and South Korea, and I feel that if the visibility is like this, I won't be able to see as far. I mean, it's not the worst, but I'm hoping to have a clear day, a nicer sunny day in winter, and that's a perfect, you know, setting for seeing as far as possible. We've still got 2 more days, so hopefully the weather clears up. And just like Japan, I find the prices in Korea, they're pretty good as well. I mean, I'm looking at these jackets and they're like 100 Australian dollars. Pretty good. or something like that. It's Colombia. $100 for this. That's a bargain. Is that the Kodak as in Kodak camera? When did they get into clothing? I had to drag myself out of the shopping center. I'll tell you, I was tempted to buy a few things which I don't really need it, but I just like them. And it's crazy how I can convince myself into buying something, but Sammy, stick with the plan. I'm already above the weight limit I'm supposed to carry in the plane, so I don't think buying extra things is gonna help. I mean, look at this. This is like, how big is this road? From end to end. So we go, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lanes in the first one, and the 7th where the buses, 2 buses are coming, or 3 now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 lanes all together. That's madness. I mean, right in the middle of the city. We are not out in this out in the country, you know, where you exit in the city, so you like funneling people out. This is like bang in the middle of the city, kind of like we are in the city. 20 lanes. I'm back in Myeongdong, and I've only been here for 1 day. I think Meongdong is a place. It's more lively, you know, more like touristy. That city was a big, I don't know, not nice. It was okay, but this is good. This area is like a maze. I mean, it's got left, right and center. Yeah, I've been walking around, and after 20-25 minutes I'm back to square one. One thing I've noticed, they're pretty big on cosmetics. There are so many different shops. So I've been looking at different shops, and I think cosmetics probably here like 50% at least, I think, maybe a bit more, but they're pretty big on it. Good morning, guys, and it's a beautiful day in Seoul. And today I'm going to one of the most iconic locations here in Korea, and that is the Gangnam Style statue. That's right, we all know the song, and most of us probably even have danced to it. And if you say you haven't, you're probably lying. So after roughly half an hour journey from Meongdong, here we are. The legendary Gangnam Style hands. That was a popular dance move. The song, the Gangnam Style, it was the first song on YouTube to hit 1 billion views. And as of 2025, Feb, it's sitting close to 4 billion. That's crazy. By the way, the cold is back. It's freezing today, and I believe it's because of the wind. It's a beautiful day in terms of it's nice and bright, but it's cold. So I hope it stays like this. I don't mind it tomorrow, because when I go to this, the DMZ, I need, you know, like good visibility, and this is pretty good. A day like this, and I believe it's gonna be like that anyway. Also, this one here, it's a co-ex shopping center, one of the big ones. The way this wind is blowing around, I might even have to go in there and take shelter and perhaps have coffee. Probably made it. I can hear it.
Sexy lady. Gangnam Style.
This is cool. The one song that brought the whole world together for once. If there's any song in the history of mankind that brought every person from every country, every continent together, and forget about every, I don't know, adversities and stuff, that's this song, in my opinion. Love it. Yeah, this guy's got his grooves. So probably sounds pretty lame, but I am inside the shopping center. It's too cold outside, but I've come across something. This is a library inside a shopping center, and it's not a small one. I mean, the biggest library I have seen in my life was in, where was it? Finland, in Helsinki. But a library in a shopping center, this is decent. So I've taken shelter in one of these underground shopping centers. It was too cold up there. With the expansion of urban infrastructure and increase in population, the shortage of space is a big problem in big cities, and Seoul is no exception. So having this kind of establishments, they kind of help resolve that problem. But there are also other benefits, such as maintaining that ideal climate. So when summers are too hot or winters are too cold, this is probably the second best choice for people. And also, air pollution. Big cities, air pollution, they go hand in hand. So again, this is probably a better quality air control system down here than what could be above. And these underground shopping centers, they are well connected to the subway system, but also they are like underpasses for pedestrians to go from one side of the road to the other, again helping reduce that disruption that a normal traffic would face if the people are walking, you know, from one side of the road to the other. I do see a lot of benefits of this kind of thing. And they're pretty big. I mean, this is just one side, and as far as I can see, these shops are like everywhere. And of course, same thing on the other side. And this could be just one small section of a big wing of shopping centers underground. Very impressive. The next part of the list is the Seoul Tower. Now there are a few ways to get there. The cheapest is the freeway, which is there are a few of those walkways throughout this place. You can take a bus there as well, which is a free shuttle service, I believe, or the fancy cable car. And if you guessed that's my option, you're right. I'm not walking up there, and bus is boring. So cable car it is. A much better option, I guess. Out of all three, what are they, like bus, walk up there, or the cable car? The one-way ticket is 12,000 Korean won, and return is 15,000. So I don't see any reason not to have a return, especially when we are going down. I'm guessing which will be after the sunset, so we'll be able to have a look at the city lights. It takes about, I don't know, just over 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I think they got only 2 cable cars, one going up, one going down, which is enough. And of course the couple locks. No matter where I go in the world, I always find these. And here we are at the bottom of the tower. All right, let's make our way up there, and I believe the ticket for the tower is separate. $21,000 Korean won, adult, one person. It's a bit weird by myself here. That was a bit of a show in the elevator. Thank you. Thanks. Maybe I'm a bit harsh, but they need to clean their windows. It's just terrible. Yeah, but it's pretty much every window is like that. So it's all the dust just sitting there. And it definitely looks like it's at least a few days old. Could be longer. But yeah, this sunset looks nice. I mean, we have the, I think most cities or countries have this kind of towers. And we have one in Sydney. It's called Sydney Tower, of course. And it's got a robot, like it's just cleans the windows constantly. And it's like just stick outside and you just go up and down and make them schmick clean. I mean, it makes sense, you know, when people up here, they're here for the view. This is not too bad, but a cleaner view would be much appreciated. All right, well, let's move away. Let everyone else have a go. See, not even a single window that's clean. All right, that's enough negative. But it's pretty, it's nice. You cannot go wrong for $21. So 21,000 won, like 21 Australian dollars. So stop complaining because got myself a drink. So there are two levels actually. If you do come up at the tower, you can actually walk down to this level. So if you can't find a seat up there, this is another option. I didn't know that. I only found out as I was exiting. So done with the tower. Apart from the dirty windows, I have no complaints. I mean, it's a good vantage point to have a look at the Seoul city. So highly recommended. Before I head down, I just want to show you uninterrupted view of at least this side of the city. You probably would have heard me saying many times, you get what you pay for. But I'm going to make this place an exception because, sorry, dirty windows, but I'm not going to whinge about dirty windows. But I think if you just buy a ticket for the cable car, come up here, and instead of going up on the tower, spend another 21,000 Korean won, just, you know, that place there, or even this one here, it will give you like 360 views of this old city anyway, minus all these people fighting for the window views. And I wouldn't have said that if the windows were clean, but I just thought, if you just want to save $20, if not, then yeah, you're all the way up there. That was a pretty good day. I mean, we get to see the Gangnam Style, the hands sculpture, and then get to see the Seoul city from above. And the next stop is DMZ. So hang in there. Good morning, guys, and today's adventure, we are off to one of the most heavily guarded borders around the world, and that is the Korean DMZ. It's not only the most intense border, but also a famous tourist attraction. My bus is here, so let's go and check it out. So the first stop is Meongdong Peace Park. It was initially built with a hope for reunification, but as of Feb 2025, yeah, things are not different, still the same. Right now I'm standing outside the third infiltration tunnel. There are 4 tunnels found to this date, and South Korea believe there are many more still to be found. About this tunnel, you can go and walk inside. It goes 35 meters below ground, the depth, and the length is just 170 meters short of the South Korean border and the North Korean border as well. So the official line. And I'll tell you what, it's a good walk. Not as hard as the Cú Chi Tunnel in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. This one is more done up, it's more wide, got a decent height. You gotta wear the safety helmet, but every now and then you do walk through some, I don't know, like not too wide places, so you bump your head. So safety hat is a good idea. You cannot take your cameras, phones, it's all checked up prior they sent you in, so no videos or photos allowed. But I believe walking through that tunnel, it's one of an experience that one must, if they can, endure in their lifetime. So this is within the Dora Observatory building, and perfect timing. So this gentleman who just walked through those doors, that is a theater room. In that theater rooms, as soon as you walk in, there's a big glass wall, like massive, and you see North Korea and the fencing and the river. And they also got like the flags, the North Korean flag and the South Korean flag. For a time being, they both had a competition, so who could build a taller flag than the other, until North Korea went all the way to 160 meters tall flag. But yeah, South Korea just stopped there, so okay, that's enough. We can't keep going this way. There is a river that flows between the two countries, and somewhere around that river is the official line. And from that official line, 2 kilometers into north and 2 kilometers in the south is the buffer zone that I was talking about earlier, that goes for like coast to coast, 250 kilometer. It's called DMZ, the demilitarized zone. It's, if it's anything, it's not demilitarized. That's it's one of the heavily guarded military presence areas in the world, the borders. But it is what it is. That river there, I don't know if you can see it, the bits are frozen, so the white bit there, that's actually ice. So that river goes towards North Korea, and both sides of the river they have fences, and that is because they don't want people to swim and defect into each other's countries. It's kind of sad, these border areas, but I think if there's anything positive, which there is that since there is a demilitarized zone, the buffer zone, and there's a less human presence and interference, a lot of flora and fauna, plants and some animals and birds, which were thought to be extinct, they actually been found or was seen there. So if anyone's loving this DMZ, I guess it's those flowers, plants, birds, animals. It's sad that we cannot go and visit the GSA, I think it's called GSA, where you could actually see the North Korean and South Korean soldiers, and even the building where the important people meet and do all those kind of agreements, until that crazy North American soldiers just defected into North Korea and fucked it up for everyone else. Very different place, I must say that. See up there they have like a big binoculars. You cannot go, so down there it's a first floor, then a second floor. We can only use and access these floors. Above we cannot go, but they do have like a big binoculars there. So our tour guide did give us her personal binoculars, which we did use, but they're not the best. Those ones, they look much better and powerful. One day, and since the GSA speculation of being open again, that gives me another reason to come here. Or maybe the next time I'll be in North Korea and seeing the world from that side and observing it from my personal, point of view. Just the way I like it. So because I'm doing a full day tour, halfway through we had just lunch at Paju, which is a DMZ village. It's a buffet lunch, 12,000 per person, delicious.
We share about 10 minutes. What I heard from, take a photo of the river. Yeah. It's not iceberg, right? Okay, because January and February, usually we don't have much snow in this area, but this year, much more snow. Yeah, heavy snow sometimes. Okay, there is a camping zone. Okay, with some space for the tent.
So the last stop for today's tour, not this video, is the Myeongdong Lake. It's partially frozen because it's cold. So this is the man-made reservoir initially built to supply water to the locals, but now it's just a tourist attraction, fishing spot, and somewhere locals just like to come and enjoy. And of course this suspension bridge is the longest in South Korea, just over 200 meters in length, sitting roughly 10 meters above the water. And we have been warned that it does sway. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but you feel it. Good reminder that it's a suspension bridge. Oh, my hat. Is it gone? Oh no! Oh yeah. So yeah, we have been warned that don't drop the phone, so at least the hat's okay. that's all right. But if you drop anything, it's never coming back. It's a black hole. I don't think anyone's going to agree to dive in for you in this frozen lake. But what a beautiful part of the world. This is really nice. Beautiful day, nice and sunny. The wind is there, but that's okay. And they do have an observation deck just up there. It's like a shop. You can buy coffee and have a look at the 360 views. You can't see, just kind of like a hidden behind the trees. But I'm sure you can make it out. There's a building there. And of course you are protected from the wind because it's all glass. And yeah, it's really nice. I like it. It's close to the border, and that's why it's on the DMZ Tour. Kind of like easing it up from all the tension that you see throughout this tour with the military and the sad parts about separation. So I think this is a good way. It's a positive way to end the tour. It will be my last night in Seoul. Tomorrow I'll be heading off to Busan in the KTX. So book the ticket already. It's going to be 3 hours journey, and hopefully it'll be a bit warmer than here. And then once I'm done with Busan, I'm off to the Jeju Island. So I've heard that's beautiful. Oh, it's cold. Maybe I should put my hat on, beanie. The hairline crack just extends all the way. So still have time, another 10-15 minutes. So I thought I'd just get down and get closer to the lake. And these ducks are just walking on the ice. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that. I've seen ducks swimming in the water, but I've never seen the duck walking on the ice, and they're actually slipping a little bit. Look, they're losing a bit of traction.